The winter of 1971 was a harsh one in Punjab. The air was thick with tension and fear. The land, once green and fertile, was scarred by conflict. India and Pakistan were at war, and the soldiers on both sides fought with a ferocious intensity. The nights were long and cold, filled with the sounds of gunfire and distant explosions. Villages that were once full of life were now deserted. The only signs of life were the soldiers huddled in their trenches waiting for the next attack.
I miss my family dearly, my parents, my younger sister. I long for the warmth of their love and the comfort of our home.
Captain Arjun Singh shivered in his trench. He was a young man, barely out of his teens, but the war had aged him.
My young wife, my baby son. I have never even held him. I yearn to see them, to hold them close, and to whisper my love in their ears.
On the other side of the battlefield, Lieutenant Amir Khan huddled in his trench. He was the same age as Arjun, and he too was fighting for his country. One day, during a particularly fierce battle, a shell exploded near Arjun's position. The blast knocked him unconscious, burying him under a pile of rubble. When he came to, he was trapped. He could hear the fighting raging around him, but he couldn't move.
I can't move. What's happening?
Then he heard a groan. It was coming from the other side of the rubble. With a surge of fear and adrenaline, Arjun began to dig. To his surprise, he found another soldier trapped under the debris. It was Amir. They were enemies, brought together by fate. At first, they were wary of each other. But as they talked, they realized they had more in common than they thought. They were both young men, far from home, fighting for a cause they barely understood.
My wife and child, I miss them so much. My parents and sister, I just want to see them again.
They shared their hopes and dreams, their fears and anxieties. They discovered that beneath their uniforms, they were just two young men, caught in a war that neither of them wanted.
As the hours passed, they realized that their chances of rescue were slim.
Amir, sensing the end was near, pulled out a crumpled letter from his pocket. It was addressed to his wife.
He handed it to Arjun, his eyes pleading. If you survive this, please, Amir whispered, his voice hoarse. Please, deliver this to my family.
Arjun, deeply moved by Amir's plea, took the letter. He looked into the eyes of the man who, just hours ago, was his enemy.
I promise, he said, his voice firm.
Arjun woke up in a hospital bed. The battle was over, and he was one of the lucky few who had survived. As the fog of war cleared, he remembered his promise to Amir. He knew he had to honor it.
I must keep my word to Amir.
Arjun had never been to Pakistan. The thought of crossing the border, of facing the family of a man he had been fighting against, filled him with trepidation. Yet the memory of Amir's desperate plea and the letter clutched tightly in his hand fueled his determination. After weeks of travel, Arjun stood before a small, modest house in a village outside Lahore. This was Amir's home. He knocked on the door, his heart pounding in his chest.
Here goes nothing.
A young woman, her face etched with grief, opened the door.
Yes, can I help you?
Arjun swallowed hard.
I knew Amir. He asked me to deliver this.
He held out the letter, now faded and worn. The woman's eyes welled up with tears. She recognized her husband's handwriting.
Oh, Amir.
Arjun spent the day with Amir's family. He told them about Amir's bravery, about his longing for them. He shared the burden of their grief, finding a strange solace in their shared loss. As he left, he saw a flicker of hope in their eyes.
Amir was a brave man. He loved you all so much.
The letter, a symbol of love and loss, had bridged the divide between two nations, two religions, two soldiers. It was a testament to the enduring power of human connection.
This letter, it means more than words can say.
Arjun returned to his life, forever changed by his encounter with Amir. He realized that war was a cruel and senseless thing, that it only brought pain and suffering. He carried the memory of Amir with him, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, humanity could shine through. The letter, a testament to a promise kept, served as a powerful symbol of the shared humanity that exists between us, regardless of borders, religions, or the lines drawn in the sand.